Have you ever played a game that left you feeling upset like this? No way this happened, guys. I thought there would be a story, like there'll be a whole ass story. Turns out, they literally just put, this is like, it's like a demo. I paid for a demo. No way. I did not pay for a demo. Guys, we were bamboozled.
The next day.
Yeah, literally, that's the entire game. They've not done this just once now. They've done this twice in 2 games. Why did I do this to myself? I genuinely... I have always been an indie enthusiast. Yes, this channel may suggest otherwise, but I have always been more interested in indie games rather than AAA titles, because indie games often bring unique perspectives and constantly challenge on what a game should be. However, sometimes indie developers and companies don't think proactively, resulting in games that can be a hit or miss. This brings me to how I felt about Bright Memory, a game series that exceeded my expectations but left me feeling unsatisfied. I was conflicted and unconditionally annoyed. Having emotions while playing games is normal, but when a game sets a sudden expectation, then completely veers off course, it's frustrating. Welcome to Backlog Binge Series, a new series on my channel where I go through my entire game library backlog and review games, as well as discuss prevalent gaming topics and issues. Let's dive in. In Bright Memory, you follow the story of Sheila, a member of the Science Research Organization, also known as SRO. Sheila prevents a military organization, SIA, from stealing a legendary artifact containing ancient power capable of reawakening the dead. This all takes above the Arctic in the Land of the Sky, home to floating lands and ancient Chinese creatures. In the sequel, Bright Memory Infinite, black holes appear worldwide, and Sheila investigates them in the Chinese region. She discovers that these black holes connect 2 worlds, switching between realms to fight SAI soldiers and ancient Chinese entities. Both games were created by a single developer, Zheng FYQD Shangchen, in his free time. This fact makes me feel bad about my harsh words at the end of the game. Criticism is necessary for improvement, but we must also consider the circumstances. Just look at the Bright Memory trailer. It surpasses many AAA titles in visual and story, despite being made with Unreal 4 engine by one person. Bright Memory received average reviews from critics and players, which is decent for a one-man show. Bright Memory Infinite received slightly better reviews, although Metacritic scores only improved by a bit. I don't rely on these critics too much, as I often don't fully grasp gameplay mechanics. Steam reviews for both games were very positive, indicating that the players enjoyed them despite some criticisms. Before discussing my gripes, let's highlight what I liked about Bright Memory. It's a single-player FPS where you control Sheila equipped with guns, a katakana, and an exoglove with various abilities like energy blast and grappling. The combo-based system, similar to Devil May Cry, and the variety of enemies made the gameplay fun despite some clunkiness. I also appreciated the implementation of enemy mechanics reminiscent of Doom, where enemies drop loot upon defeat, adding a strategic layer to combat. Additionally, the game incorporates its soul-like elements, such as the final boss having 2 phases, which is uncommon in FPS games, and added an unexpected and challenging twist to gameplay. That's what we just unlocked! Oh, second phase! This is Dark Souls! Bright Memory Infinite improved on the first game, offering better pacing, much more interesting enemies, and more enjoyable combat. The sword combat felt satisfying, with the added ability to deflect and parry, which was especially gratifying for someone who doesn't usually play games with such mechanics. Oh, the parries! The gun arsenal included different ammo types, adding depth to the gameplay. While streaming, a viewer asked for my opinion on Infinite. Honestly, it's fun. I'm having fun. There's a few things I have some issues with it, especially its dodging mechanic. So basically, it's shift to run. It's like every normal game. But when you dodge, I'll shift and then like tap in the direction you want to do. Sometimes that's not my intention. I just want to run and sprint to the right, but that registers as a dodge. So there's this little like sticky keys almost that I don't like. And this is very important because you want smooth gameplay. And that annoys me. I like smooth gameplay. I don't care about if the graphics are good, if it's like, as long as the plot is good, as long as it's good mechanics, but small things like that does actually annoy me. However, this game, I would recommend it. I genuinely recommend it. It's some fast-paced, Dark Souls-like bosses. I think these are references to Chinese mythology I'm just not aware of, but yeah, I really am liking this game so far. The sticky keys issue might be due to my playstyle, but it could be improved by implementing the dodge mechanic on double tap rather than single tap when sprinting, especially given that input was with the mouse and keyboard. The plot was the stereotypical save the world, but was still enjoyable. Despite some confusion, the story was clarified later. Infinite's story does way more than many AAA FPS titles in recent years, making it a worthwhile experience. My main disappointment with the series is its length. Bright Memory felt like a paid early access game, and Infinite, despite the promises of more, ended with another cliffhanger. I would have preferred if FYQD Studio took more time to create a complete game rather than releasing each chapter separately. This episodic approach feels like paying for DLCs, which is unpopular amongst gamers. Compiling small chapters into one game would have provided a more satisfying experience. The only exception where paying for each chapter as a DLC was well received was Life is Strange. However, even that series saw a decline in ratings with its sequels, as well the episodic model continued. Life is Strange managed to get away with it initially because the story was compelling and offered a lot more content compared to Bright Memory. Additionally, the cosmetic DLCs for Infinite, like Sheila's Bonnie costume, seem to be unnecessary. The time spent on fan service could have been better used to improve the game. Despite my criticisms, I enjoyed the gameplay, story, and mechanics of Bright Memory. Remember, this was made by one individual, which is impressive. I recommend getting this game at a discounted price since each chapter feels incomplete at full price. Indie games often surpass AAA titles in creativity and quality. Apart from Bright Memory, there are many other examples where indie studios outshine their corporate counterparts. Before picking up the next underdeveloped and overpriced AAA sequel, try an indie game. You might be pleasantly surprised by the unique experiences and innovative gameplay they offer. Indie games continually push the boundaries of what a game should be, offering fresh and a diverse perspective that are often missing in mainstream titles. So, give an indie game a try. In whatever genre you prefer, you never know what new adventure awaits you. Bright Memory holds a special place in my heart. I recommend playing it if you want a quick, action-packed FPS with combos and parrying like Dark Souls. Just know what you're getting into. For those who have played Bright Memory and Bright Memory Infinite, share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion. And that's it for the Backlog Binge series. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated. I also stream on Twitch during the week, so join the Discord server to get notified when I go live. Until then, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.